Hello and welcome back, Commanders and Commanderettes. Chesty Puller here with another War Commander video. This one is on Skirmish. This is probably going to be my last video on the Skirmish officer set. This is my speed run. You just try to figure out a way that works really good. And I started using Layla because it just knocks out this first base so much quicker. You don't have to like slowly go around and take out uh, these bastions right here. You just go across them like this, short, just a short run, and try to get the Layla going away from the base so she's not flying into shots but flying away from shots. I actually did that one kind of like the wrong angle. This one I'll do the right angle so you can see away from shots. She can't get shot until she starts shooting because she is invisible. Kind of like Wonder Woman with her invisible jet. Now that should be free repair. If it's not, you can end attack right now and go back to your base. While you finish this base, she can be repairing if it looks like she took too much damage. But if you do it like that, she should be good. And then I'm going to come in here. I'm going to take out all the blue support turrets with corrosive missiles. The thing about corrosive missiles is they'll take out the turrets, 75% of the time. They'll take out the turret on the first hit. They are very cheap, very cheap. And you don't have to have much metal and much thorium. And the other thing is that they leave a corrosive mark there. Um, Now the turret itself, because it had the blue turret, it's not going to get the corrosive, but everything else around it's going to get the corrosive. And so that'll slowly eat things away. And that corrosive lasts for like 3 minutes or something. It lasts a long time. And then the other thing is there's no cooldown period on the corrosive missiles. No cooldown period at all. As soon as it lands, you can shoot another one. I also like the burner missiles because they are the same price. They're very cheap. I think a little bit more powerful than the corrosive missiles. They do have a burn effect but it only lasts like 2 seconds, 2 or 3 seconds. And but they have a 7 second waiting period. And talk about impatient. I'm impatient to wait 7 seconds. Let's see. You really don't need to use as many missiles as I am. I'm just kind of like a little bit overkill here, but they're so cheap that and they're so fast. There's no waiting time, so I don't mind using them. But I've deployed my Quintas and I've deployed my Copperhead, and I'm about ready to just put everything on Ruby and let them come in and clear the space up. There's really nothing here left. I've even used regular max level, not the heroes, but the Diamondbacks, and I've tried the yellow ones, the golden ones. I've tried those. I've put a mixture of things in. Everything's good to go. You don't really take more than a few seconds damage. Like I said, that's a little overkill on the missiles. I'm just going to put it on Ruby. And you'll see that with just the two units in here, just the two heroes, we're not taking any damage. Probably 10 or 15 seconds on each one. We do have, normally we have shock on. I forgot to put the shock on, and so I was thinking, oh great, maybe I might accidentally take some damage here, but I'm not. Shock should be on though. You should always have shock on because all of these turrets can be shocked once the blue turret is gone. That's the main reason I get rid of the blue turret. And now we'll go ahead and Finish this up and go find a level 2 officer base. We don't need any missiles on the officer 2 base, so no need to rebuild them. I've gotten away on the officer 1 base with just 3 missiles, but I found that they're so um, cheap that I just don't care. I don't mind using them. Mavericks, on the other hand, they're 3 million a pop. These other things are 300,000 thorium, so you can build 10 of them for the price of one Maverick. That's what I mean by they're cheap. The only thing that can shoot you in here is that truck. The tanks cannot reach you, and the dogs cannot reach you. Those are the only aggressive dogs on the base. The rest of the dogs, I don't know what's going on with them. They are like, they don't do anything. This one tank that's coming out at me is really the only threat. Um, Now, I like to use the Rhino X. I know a lot of people don't have their Rhino X max level. And most of the people that I help do not have their Rhino X max level. So that makes this base very difficult if you don't have a Rhino X. Um, I tried to do it for one player who has a Rhino X, but they're missing one of the parts for their Elite Rhino X, so they can't move on and they can't get the max. Pardon me. They can't get the max level because they can't get the Elite one yet. So what I've found here is the best thing to do if you do have the Rhino X and you do have the healing is I'm coming in kind of a wrong angle. I'm going to come over here and correct that. The lead storm, I'm going to take it out. When I take the lead storm out, a bunch of stuff is going to come out, and it's really not very consequential. It's really not going to do much damage. The lead storm is doing the most damage, but I can't get any closer to get the blue turret. You cannot get the blue turret, the blue support turret, so every now and then I'll just shock these tanks and try to take them out. One or two shots will take the tanks out, and I keep going back to um, the lead storm because I want to kill the blue turret. Yes, it takes longer this way. I take a little bit of damage, but remember my Rhino X is max level, so I don't care because I can heal it back up. But I have to stay out of the way of that GEO turret, which is behind the heavy flak. The GEO turret will absolutely obliterate me. That one is not, it has 100% more. It's got the orange turret, so it's 100% stronger than a normal GEO turret, but it's not a max level, so I don't think it's a max level because normally they'll just decimate me. This one does a little bit of damage, but it doesn't destroy me, so I can come in and actually kill the heavy flak. But I gotta be fast and get out of there because you can't take it for too long. It will knock you down really far on your hit points. So I just take a little bit of damage. I'll come over here and try to repair it on maybe that dragon teeth up there. Come in here with the copperhead, clear out these cryo turrets, clear out the GEO turret. There is one bastion here, one anti-missile bastion, which I want to get rid of. It doesn't matter because I'm not using missiles here on this base. Now, all you have to do is clear the two missiles. If you do not have the Rhino X, you do have to clear the two missile bastions, and then instead of the Rhino X, you can use missiles, which is fine. Um, I just don't want to use missiles because I use my missiles on the level 1 officer base. And so, eventually, if even though they're cheap, you would have to go out and get thorium and metal. And I find this just to be faster, just to use the Rhino X. It's faster. I like it. I take very, very little damage. I take a little bit of damage on my copperhead, and that's it. Sometimes I can actually heal my copperhead back up if I have a position to do it. I can actually heal my copperhead back up with the Rhino X. So now I will kill that rocket silo that's been abusing my Rhino X and making him slow, and he will speed up here in just a second. And while he's taking out the other heavy flak, that's the key right there, is the heavy flak. And by the way, while I'm taking out the heavy flak, my Rhino X has a little bit of splash on it, and it will kill that other the green acid turret that's shooting it right now. So in the meantime, I'll come in here and clear out these power plants and these little turret bases here, support turrets. And I'm waiting for the heavy flak to be shocked, and then I can move on past. But I need the heavy flak to be shocked first. And remember, the heavy flak cannot be shocked until the blue support turret is gone. No need to take out those dragon teeth. I just was doing it because sometimes, I might want to come through that area with the rhino, and um, I don't want it to get stuck there. Lately, Kixeye has been wanting us to be slowing us down a lot, like they want us to take a long time to do these bases. So, however, on this base, they've given us very little time to do it, and it's a one-hit base. So, you do have to be a little bit quicker on it. You got to be fast. Um, the lead storm there, I can take it out with the Rhino X, or I can take it out with my aircraft. It really, it doesn't matter really. Either one will work. I was gonna take it out with with my I can't remember this guy's name, a Quintus or something like that, a Quintus. But then I decided, you know what? I'll just take it out with my Copperhead, because my Copperhead is fine. It doesn't have too much damage on it. So that slowed me down right there a little bit. So take out the support turret, take out the tank, take out the lead storm, and I'll be out of the range of the of the heavy flak there. I'll come in and get the heavy flak with the Rhino, and while that's happening, because the heavy flak doesn't have a blue support turret, so it's shocked. So now I can come in and assist with the Copperhead. That turret got me. I got too close to it. Shouldn't have done that. You see, even when you make a mistake, you're really okay. And that was a mistake. That's the first time since I've been doing these bases that turret got me. So I just got a little sloppy there and got in too close to it. But the rest of this is a cakewalk, because really the Rhino X finishes the base and nothing really can hurt it. I do save the two CCs that blow up for my copperhead, because they'll cause just a tiny bit of damage to the Rhino X. It would still be free repair. It's so minor, like 2 seconds damage. But the other option is you can use your Rhino X to kill it. It just takes a little bit longer, and then hit something else to heal your Rhino X. But it does take quite a while for the Rhino X to kill those CCs, so I just do it with the Copperhead when the Rhino X is outside of the explosion area. And of course, the lead storms are really the only thing causing any damage to the Rhino X. Like I said in my other video, these dogs are supposed to shoot me. They really are, but they're just sitting there. They're like inert dogs. The only dogs, like I said at the beginning of the video, the only dogs that are aggressive are the ones that come out and get trapped in that corner. These dogs can shoot my Rhino X, can cause damage to me, but they're not. I don't know what they're doing. They're just sitting there. And they might be locked down. Maybe that's what it is, and they don't have the range to get to me. Because those infantry robots are also not moving. They could go after my Copperhead, and they're not. Remember to take out the defense lab and the pardon me. Remember to take out the defense lab and the go-go bar. Both of those will provide defense to this base and make it take longer. I don't know why I missed it right there. I wasn't paying attention or something. But now just put this guy on Ruby, and I can follow him around with my Copperhead. I do want to take out these two CCs though, and I don't want him to take out that last CC. So that's it. As you can see, the only thing that took any damage was my Copperhead. Basically, Copperhead and Rhino X did this base by themselves. I would say it's about a 50-50 split. They each did about half of the base. And in my opinion, the base 2 is, in this case, normally base 2 seems easier to me. In this case, base 2 is just a little bit more difficult because it takes a little bit longer to do, and base 1 is much easier this time. So good luck with all this, guys. Hope this helps.